Good morning. As we step into the heart of October, there's a gentle warmth in the air that feels more like a fond farewell to summer than the crisp arrival of autumn. The sun rises over towns and cities across the UK, casting a golden glow that invites people outdoors to enjoy the start of a new day. It's the kind of morning that makes you want to take a leisurely stroll through the park, breathe in the fresh air, and soak up the gentle sunshine. Here in mid-October 2025, it's been unusually mild across the UK, more like a late summer than true autumn. Parks are filled with people in light jumpers and t-shirts, and the trees, though tinged with gold, still hold on to their leaves. The air is soft, and the sky is a brilliant blue, making it easy to forget that we're well into autumn. It's a rare treat for this time of year, and many are taking full advantage of the pleasant conditions. High pressure has dominated the weather pattern, keeping things calm, dry, and sunny, with temperatures running about 1.6 degrees above average for October. This stable weather system has acted like a protective shield, fending off the usual rain and wind that often sweep in from the Atlantic. The result? Day after day of bright, settled weather, with many areas seeing temperatures that wouldn't be out of place in early September. If you've delayed pulling out your winter coat, you've had good reason. Many have found themselves reaching for lighter layers, leaving heavier jackets and scarves untouched in the closet. It's been a welcome break from the usual rush to bundle up, and a chance to enjoy the outdoors in comfort. Cafes and outdoor spaces have been busier than usual, with people making the most of the mild spell. This stretch has been perfect for enjoying autumn colors and outdoor activities. Families and friends have flocked to parks and gardens, cycling, jogging, or simply relaxing among the vibrant foliage. The gentle weather has brought out the best of autumn's beauty, with golden leaves carpeting the ground and sunlight filtering through the branches. It's a time to savor the outdoors, whether you're out for a brisk walk or just sitting on a bench watching the world go by. But as always with UK weather, change is coming. If you look up, you might notice the first hints of shifting skies, clouds beginning to gather, a subtle breeze picking up, and a sense that this settled spell can't last forever. The atmosphere is starting to feel a little more unsettled, a gentle reminder that autumn's true character is never far away. The high pressure is weakening, like a spinning top losing momentum. As it slows, the calm and sunny conditions we've enjoyed begin to fade, making way for a more typical autumn pattern. The skies are gradually turning cloudier, and the air feels just a touch cooler, hinting at the changes on the horizon. Out in the Atlantic, low-pressure systems are gathering strength, ready to push in. These weathermakers are building up energy, preparing to sweep across the UK with their familiar mix of wind, rain, and cooler temperatures. Meteorologists are already tracking their progress, and it won't be long before the first fronts arrive, bringing a noticeable shift in the weather. So, enjoy the last of the warmth while you can. Wetter, cooler days are just ahead. Take a moment to appreciate the golden light, the gentle breeze, and the rare comfort of a mild October. Soon, we'll be reaching for those winter coats and umbrellas, but for now, let's make the most of this beautiful, fleeting start to autumn. The big shift is here. After weeks of tranquil, settled weather, the atmosphere is about to flip the script in dramatic fashion. If you've been enjoying those crisp blue skies and gentle breezes, it's time to take one last look, because change is on the horizon. Our high-pressure shield, which has kept the UK dry and calm, is about to be swept aside by a series of powerful Atlantic lows. These systems have been gathering strength over the ocean, and now, they're lining up to make their move, ready to bring a whole new mood to our weather. This transition begins over the weekend of October 18th and 19th. You'll notice the skies turning grayer, with more clouds rolling in, and the first showers quietly making their entrance. The air will feel damper, and the gentle autumn sun will be replaced by a more unsettled, moody sky. It's the first sign that the weather is about to get a lot more interesting. By next week, the high pressure that's been dominating our weather will be gone. In its place, we'll see a much more unsettled pattern, with frequent changes and little chance for long spells of calm. The door is wide open for a parade of weather fronts, each bringing its own mix of wind, rain, and cooler air. The jet stream, that fast-moving river of air high above us, is dipping south and acting like a conveyor belt, steering one low-pressure system after another straight at us. This shift in the jet stream is a classic autumn signal, and it means we're in for a spell of much more active, changeable weather. We're moving from calm to classic autumn turbulence. Expect gusty winds, sudden downpours, and those blustery days that send leaves swirling through the air. The peaceful scenes of early autumn will soon be replaced by the wild, energetic weather that defines this time of year. The key takeaway? The quiet spell is over. If you've been enjoying peaceful walks in the park or dry commutes, it's time to prepare for a very different kind of autumn. From this weekend onward, make sure your umbrella and raincoat are close at hand. You'll need them as showers become more frequent and the weather turns unpredictable. It's a good idea to check the forecast before heading out, as conditions could change quickly from one hour to the next. The Atlantic is waking up, sending waves of energy and moisture our way. Storm clouds are gathering, and the coastline will feel the brunt of these changes first, with wet and windy days becoming the new normal. Inland areas won't be spared either, as the unsettled pattern spreads across the country. So, get ready for a real roller coaster in the weeks ahead. Autumn is about to show its true colors with wild weather, dramatic skies, and plenty of surprises. Stay prepared, stay safe, and embrace the excitement of the season's big change. With high pressure gone, rain returns in force starting Monday, October 20th. Low pressure will dominate, bringing frequent rain and showers. Dry days will be rare. All major weather models agree, expect a week of heavy rain, blustery winds, and only brief, brighter spells. Watch for a particularly intense low around Thursday, October 23rd, which could bring gales and a thorough soaking, especially in the west. Another system arrives by the weekend, bringing more rain to southern and western areas. This also starts to pull in cooler air from the north. The stage is set for a much colder end to the month. Let's break down the battle. High pressure means sinking, warming air, calm, dry, sunny weather. Low pressure is the opposite, rising air, cloud formation, and rain. For weeks, high pressure kept Atlantic storms at bay. Now, it's weakening, and energetic low-pressure systems are taking over. The transition means more rain, wind, and unsettled weather. The second half of October will be defined by low pressure winning out. Expect frequent rain and a real shift to classic autumn conditions. It's the atmosphere gearing up for winter across the UK. Alongside the rain, colder air is on the way. As low pressure takes over, winds will swing from the north, bringing a real autumnal chill. Early in the week, it may still feel mild, but by week's end, most will notice a sharp drop in temperature. Upper air forecasts show a significant cooling, with some models hinting at 5 degrees Celsius aloft. The first snow of the season could dust Scottish mountains. Time to dig out your thick coat. Autumn's chill is here, and winter isn't far behind. The cold will feel even sharper with wind and rain. This cooling trend could intensify into early November. As October ends, the weather turns even colder and more interesting. Low pressure shifts east, pulling down Arctic air in a classic northerly flow. Major models agree, a brief but sharp cold snap is likely around the turn of the month. Expect daytime chills and widespread overnight frosts. This cold spell should be short-lived, with milder air possibly returning from the southwest soon after. Still, the signal for a notable cold snap is strong. Blocking high pressure to the north could reinforce the chill, forcing Arctic air south. We'll be watching closely for signs of a significant cold spell as October turns to November. For Halloween Friday, October 31st, expect a chilly, unsettled evening. Mild, dry weather is unlikely. Cool temperatures and showers are much more probable. Most forecast models show low pressure nearby, meaning blustery winds and scattered, possibly heavy showers. Costumes will need to fit over warm layers and waterproofs. Daytime highs may not reach double digits, and it'll feel colder after dark. Some rural spots could see frost between showers, adding to the spooky atmosphere. Be prepared for a classic cold, damp autumn night, perfect for a misty, memorable Halloween. As November begins, the chance of a true Arctic plunge increases, the pattern high pressure to the north, low pressure to the east, and cold air funneling in from the Arctic or Scandinavia. This setup brings sharp frosts, chilly days, and the first wintry showers over high ground. Long-range models suggest a brief but notable cold snap, with below-average temperatures and widespread frost. Any showers could turn wintry in Scotland and northern hills. However, this cold spell may be short-lived, with milder Atlantic air returning by mid-November. It's a taste of winter, but not a prolonged freeze. Stay tuned for updates as the pattern evolves. As we wrap up this update, let's take a moment to reflect on the significant weather changes that are about to unfold. The calm, mild days that have defined much of October are quickly coming to an end. We're on the brink of a major shift in the atmosphere, and it's time to prepare for what's ahead. Get ready to say goodbye to those gentle breezes and warm afternoons, and brace yourself for a wet, windy, and noticeably colder finish to the month. The weather roller coaster is about to take a dramatic plunge, and it's going to be a bumpy ride for anyone caught unprepared. Now is the time to dig out your umbrellas, dust off your raincoats, and make sure your warm layers are within easy reach. These items are about to become your daily companions, whether you're heading to work, school, or just out for a walk. Meteorologists are confident about the overall trend towards stormier, colder weather, but remember, the details can change quickly. Forecast models are constantly being updated as new data comes in, so it's important to check for the latest updates regularly, especially if you have travel or outdoor plans. Even small shifts in pressure patterns high above us can lead to big changes on the ground, sometimes with very little warning. A slight change in wind direction or a dip in temperature can mean the difference between a light drizzle and a full-blown storm. If you're planning to spend time outdoors, whether it's a family picnic, a weekend hike, or just a stroll through the park, be sure to keep an eye on the forecast. Flexibility will be key as the weather becomes more unpredictable. With Halloween just around the corner, many are wondering what the weather will bring for trick-or-treaters and outdoor festivities. We'll continue to monitor the situation closely and provide updates as the holiday approaches, so you can plan your costumes and celebrations accordingly. As the cold snap draws nearer, you'll notice the first hints of winter creeping in. Frost on the grass in the early morning, leaves swirling in chilly gusts, and the unmistakable crispness in the air. So, take a moment to enjoy the last of the quiet, pleasant autumn weather while it lasts. These peaceful days are numbered, and soon, the landscape will be transformed by the arrival of colder, stormier conditions. Make sure you're ready for a true taste of autumn. Layer up, keep your rain gear handy, and prepare for those brisk mornings and blustery afternoons. The first frosts are just around the corner, and you might even catch your breath turning to mist as you step outside. It's a clear sign that winter is on its way. So, stay warm, stay dry, and don't forget to take care of yourself and those around you as the weather turns. A hot drink and a cozy sweater can make all the difference on a chilly, rainy day. We'll be here to keep you informed with the latest updates and forecasts as the situation develops. Make sure to subscribe, follow, or check back often so you never miss an important change. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for more weather updates as we head into this exciting new season.